Hi, this is our new office, and we're going to talk about some of our design innovations and construction innovations today. Growing the design side of our business has been one of my key focuses since I took over. The design side of the business, both architectural and interior design, help us to truly accomplish the client's goals for what they want and need and desire in their space. And focusing on that piece of things up front really helps us to have a smoother, better transition into the construction process because we know what materials we're going to be ordering. And we know when we need to order those materials because we've been able to vet the lead times. It helps the construction process to be significantly smoother and have less delays with any sort of lags in lead time for products. One of the innovations that we're currently working on is developing a new showroom and warehouse staging space in our previous office area. The showroom space is going to feature a lot of our favorite vendors who have agreed to help supply us with different products and different materials, different door styles, countertops, tile, flooring product, and we're also going to be featuring some really unique different lighting elements. We're working with our electrician to come up with a really great lighting design that will help us showcase different opportunities for creating various light levels within a space, as well as to draw attention to key pieces that we want to highlight within any of our custom residences. This space will also feature products from some of our different vendors, such as appliances and plumbing fixtures, decorative light fixtures, and it will have some key elements where we can display opportunities for different materials or different textures. This is going to be something that really helps us to bring more awareness to the client in the early stages of our design process, and it will help us to hone in on those designs and move us into a successful construction. We've been working on this project since the end of 2019, so it's really exciting to start to see our entire vision for the client's home come to life. And it contains an ADU and a main dwelling. We're planning for the entire upstairs design is for the main dwelling, and we're utilizing an elevator to make sure that the client can age in place, as well as utilizing a lot of different ADA accessible sizing and circulation spaces for that client to have the ability to stay there as long as possible. Project is a great example of the platform that we prefer to work in, which is a design build platform. We've been involved with the client from the very, very beginning, and now all of the items that we've planned together and the design that we have developed from an architectural and interior design standpoint now it's the time to execute those. In a couple of short months, we've taken this project from a scraped empty lot to an almost fully framed structure. The design build process is not like the traditional process of construction where you work with a separate architect and a separate interior designer and a separate general contractor. With our process, we're involved from the very beginning to the point that we're handing over the keys to a client and doing an amazing photo shoot. This project is a little bit unique because it's on a sloped lot. The slope starts at the street frontage side of the property and goes down towards an alley in the rear. This created a bit of a technical challenge for us to accommodate all of the items that the client wanted to have encompassed into the project. Number one being that the client wants to age in place in this home and on this property. We ended up designing a rear alley access into a garage with an elevator. It's a residential elevator that can accommodate a wheelchair being lifted if necessary. This elevator takes you up into the second story of the home, which from the front of the house actually looks like a single story, and delivers the people riding in the elevator up to the main dwelling of the house. The client also wanted to accommodate an accessory dwelling unit within the build to create more long-term generated income for them. So we accommodated that ADU underneath the main dwelling at the lower level on the rear portion of the lot. Some of the challenges that we came across during the initial portion of the grading side of the project was that we had to utilize shoring to be able to accommodate the deep cuts that we had to make into the soil to create that lower level and the foundation area. Now that we've gotten through all that process, we're well into the framing process, and we're excited to show you some of the features of this home. As you enter the home, we have this beautiful gallery hallway. This will also have a really beautiful detail of multiple archways going all the way down the hallway, leading to an arched entry door at the back that goes to the deck space. Over this way, watch your head, come on through. We have a beautiful great room and kitchen space. This great room and kitchen space features a really delicate and multi-faceted ceiling system with a hip roof. And at the far end, you'll see the kitchen with a large expanse looking out towards the east. This kitchen will also feature 2 pass-through windows and a built-in barbecue on the opposite side of this wall. Those pass-through windows will make it easy to move food to and from the kitchen space to the back deck, and also ease of access for the clients. Another feature that we discussed earlier was the elevator space. So this is our elevator shaft. Elevator will be coming to be delivered soon and installed. This elevator will accommodate ADA accessibility and is large enough for the client to circulate if she ever needs to utilize a walker or a wheelchair. The office space features a storage room and a really beautiful large window facing both directions, so the client has plenty of natural lighting. He's a real fan of reading, so we're going to have some beautiful built-in bookshelves to showcase his collection. Out here we'll have a beautiful deck space for our client to enjoy entertaining, and also she is a huge fan of gardening, so one of the things that we built into the design is we reinforced the wall system and the ceiling system to be able to support the load of planters being located on this deck. Let's go downstairs. So you can see here, this is our alley entrance to the rear of the property. This side faces east. Behind this large crane is the entry to the garage, which will be able to be accessed from the alley. And you can see the upper level, which is the main dwelling of the house. Through the garage, we have the elevator. We wanted a nice oversized garage so that client can easily get in and out of their vehicle and have really good circulation. And once again, the elevator shaft, you can see this is the other side of it. It comes down to the garage space for easy access and convenience when moving groceries or other items in and out of the house. Over this way, we have the primary suite. As you can see, like we discussed before, we have all retaining walls on the perimeter of the rear and the sides of this unit. This was to accommodate the slope of the lot. As you can see, even in open framing, there's a lot of natural ample light. The rear of this unit faces east, which will bring a lot of beautiful light into the living space in the mornings. Here we have the laundry area and the guest bathroom. This will have a really nice sized shower, vanity and a toilet, and the guest bedroom. This is going to be a really awesome little rental space, and I can't wait to see who gets to land this one. The next step for us is to move into the rough-in phase. The rough-in phase is where we have our electrician, our plumber, and our HVAC team come in and run all of the items that are going to be inside of the walls and the ceiling system of the home. We do an electrical walkthrough where myself and the clients and the electrician and our project manager walk through each and every space, and we specifically lay out everything that we want to be in each of the rooms while accommodating and complying with all required code items. This process is really unique because if you don't do an electrical walkthrough, there are opportunities that you can miss out on within this space. Standing inside the space, seeing the framing, seeing all of the different ceiling systems, seeing all of the different transitions from room to room helps us to come up with creative and unique ways to create multiple different light levels. Those light levels control the mood of a space, and thinking about that during the electrical walkthrough gives us an opportunity to add additional areas of pop or feature elements that will really bring the space to life when it's completed.